Hey, welcome to the Real Meal Podcast. I'm Joseph. This is.
My name is Jacob.
We're going to be going over music today.
Yeah, we're pretty much going to be talking about bands that have inspired us and the bands that we listen to on a daily basis, what we used to listen to, shit that we're ashamed of.
What we're into now.
Yeah. So, music for me was a very complicated relationship back in the day. Back then, I only liked one band for a good 10 years, and that was Green Day. It was like, back then, there was nothing really that I would listen to other than Green Day. If it wasn't Green Day, then I wasn't going to listen to it. And then you might be saying, well, you're a Blink-182 fan now. What happened? Well, I guess the best thing that I could say is I grew the fuck up.
Yeah, I was big into I grew up listening to a bunch of different kinds of music. I grew up listening to country from with my mom. I listened to a lot of classic rock with my dad. I listened to sometimes even hip hop and like the old school rap, this that my mom would listen to all the time. And yeah, I started spreading off into my own thing. I started listening to a lot of metal. It was kind of that mostly split off of my dad's part. But I don't know, I could name countless amounts of bands that I used to listen to and that I still listen to this day. I'm not too picky with music. I'm everywhere. I can listen to anything from Cannibal Corpse to Rascal Flatts to anything. I don't care what it is, as long as it's not like that little teeny weeny stuff. I don't listen to that. That's some stupid shit.
That's really stupid. That's incredibly dumb, I guess.
If you listen to all that teeny weeny stuff, more power to you.
You're dumb and you're a virgin and you're going to die alone. I'm just kidding. Or am I?
You might be. You might not be. So when we went over this in the last one, in the last episode, when I started playing guitar and stuff, I was my uncle was teaching me all that stuff, and that put a big kind of Johnny Cash influence on me, because he was always country. He was always doing Johnny Cash stuff and doing that sort of thing. And so I still one of my favorite artists to this day is Johnny Cash. And I don't think I'm ever gonna grow out of that. I don't know. When I was a kid, I actually when I found out that Johnny Cash passed away, I cried. And that really fucked me up.
Oh man, dude, I'm sorry. Personally, I don't think there's any artists that passed away or anything that really affected me too much. I could say that there's actors. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I listened to Linkin Park like I do now, which still isn't even a lot, I probably would have felt the impact of Chester Bennington's death a lot more than I did. But I was never really into them. I pretty much fell victim to being a fan after or because they died. Pretty much the same with Michael Jackson and stuff. I didn't really start listening to his music until he passed away, and then I really got into it a little bit. But we don't talk about those days anymore.
Or when Lemmy died.
When Lemmy died, that one kind of hit me a little bit, but I've never really got too, I guess you could say,
messed
emotional.
up by it.
Yeah. When Robin Williams died, that one fucking hurt.
Yeah.
But I don't think any musician or anything really hit. Oh, wait a minute. I'm stupid. Neil Peart.
Oh yeah.
That one really hurt.
Neil Peart. He was I don't even know if he was human.
Okay, it's kind of when you just talk and you don't think, then you forget. But once you actually start thinking while you're talking, that's when you remember. Vinnie Paul.
Vinnie Paul was a big one.
Vinnie Paul. That I can't even listen to some Pantera songs now because of his death.
It's
I literally went on like a 1 minute rant about how no one affected me, and then I just listed off two once I actually started using my brain.
Use your noodle.
So yeah, that was definitely a big one. I remember reading about his death when I was at work. I was on my lunch, and then honestly, like, I had to put down my phone and like fight back some tears. And a couple of my coworkers were like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And people are stupid nowadays. It's like they'll get on your ass for crying over the littlest shit, but I mean that his music was super influential. Pantera as a whole is super influential in the world of metal. I would say they're probably not the first ones to create it, but I would say they're the band that you think of when you think of like groove metal.
Yeah, for sure.
They're the ones who really perfected it, in my opinion.
It's like how fucking. Never mind. I lost what I was gonna say.
And I would say Vinnie Paul's drumming is a big aspect to that. So, personally, that one was probably the one that affected me the most.
I think another one that affected me, like not super bad, but like not as bad as Johnny Cash, but like it was Tom Petty when he passed away. I was like, oh, like I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, well, they're not making music, so now what? Like I didn't. It was one of those things where like I was kind of confused on whether like I didn't know if I should like bitch and cry about it. I didn't know if I should like just kind of brush it off, and I kind of did a mix of both. I was like I felt something, but I was just like, okay, well, that happened, so I got to push past that. I know it didn't directly affect me like it obviously did like his family and stuff, but I don't know, that's just another one of those things, I guess.
I guess I could say the same, like, the way that affected me was with X's death, too.
Yeah.
I wasn't really a fan of his music until, once again, he passed away. But I did know the person. I know him personally, but I knew that he was getting better, and he was doing a lot of good, and everything like that. And then just to have his life taken away from him, you know, just young. By some dude who wanted his bag or something, just selfishly took his life. Unfortunately, you know, he still had a lot of life to give, and that was just very unfortunate that was taken away over something like that. So kind of like that one just had like a little bit of an impact on me, and especially because even though I didn't listen to his music, I know the impact that his music had on everybody else. Yeah. That's another thing, you know. Personally, like, I'll feel bad if I know like how much somebody's music means, even if I don't like that particular artist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, Shoot Me. I don't like Lil Peep. I never have, and I probably never will. But honestly, seeing the impact that he had on people's lives, you know, that was really sad.
Yeah, see, I'm not very big into Peep, but like I like his music. I like some of his stuff, but
you can't deny it though. That fucking collab with him and X,
yeah,
Falling Down. That one's a bop.
That one's a bop. Oh god.
That was a
schlapper.
That was a banger.
Yeah.
That was a fucking straight up fire banger.
Okay, enough. No, but
it was lit.
Oh god.
Speaking of that, it's 420. Celebrate.
Oh yeah, it's 420. Nobody's celebrating that.
I got my cats fucked up. I don't smoke personally, but you know, my cats really like it, so how could I say no on this day?
To clarify, he didn't give them weed, he gave them catnip.
Same fucking thing.
I don't want nobody being like, oh my god, animal abuse. No, but
fucking Karens.
Yeah, fuck you, Karens.
Okay, boomer.
Oh god. Fuck. Okay, what were we talking about? Fucking music, dude. Let's see here. Now I listen to a lot, like, I already said that. I listen to everything from fucking Cannibal Corpse to Rascal Flatts. I'll go out of my way and listen to a little bit of rap sometimes. Not too much. Like, I don't know. I can't really think of any artists right now. Fucking Logic, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking. I know like 2 of his songs word for word.
Pretty much with me, after I like got out of the Green Day phase, I found Blink-182, and I went into another phase where I refused to listen to anything else. And then I think that all changed when I got an invitation to go to the Rockstar Mayhem Festival.
2015.
2015, their last year. Slayer was headlining, and I've never really listened to metal before that. Like, the only thing that I would hear is like what comes on the radio, so you already know it's Enter Sandman.
Enter Sandman, was it Paranoid?
Paranoid.
That's not really like metal though.
I would say that was like the early stages, but yeah, that's the basic shit.
Yeah.
But so after that show, I went in like so innocent and pure, and I came out like fucking loving that genre. And then after that, I got into it. Since I was still new to it, I didn't really like know any bands except for like the main ones that everybody knows, you know, Metallica, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
So I pretty much like had to find my way around by myself, and some of the main bands that I got into over that time obviously was Metallica, but I think that's every like beginner metal fan's favorite band because it has metal in the name.
Right.
And it's just, I think it's the most accessible.
Oh yeah, for sure. They I want to go see them live hella bad, but they jacked up their ticket prices, and that pissed me off so
Fucking
bad.
cucks.
Fucking like $400 for nosebleeds.
Yeah. I think the best bet right now is Aftershock, if that even happens.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, honestly. Yeah, when we were at the Mayhem Fest, I like one of the distinct things I remember was me telling you to scoot up towards the rail a little bit more. It was at Mountain View, and if you don't know Mountain View, like the whole front, like half of the
shoreline,
the amphitheater is all chairs and like seats and stuff, and everything behind it it's like a big grass field. That's where all the moshing and shit happens. So we were kind of.
I think we should note that was the first time I've even seen a mosh pit too.
Yeah, this is the first time he's ever like even.
This is the first time I've been exposed to that world in general.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to take your metal virginity.
Yeah.
No, but I told him to scoot up a little bit, so he scoots up like 2 feet. I was like, Jacob, you're gonna need to scoot up more. He's like okay, so he slowly started scooting up a little bit more. As soon as he like took the next couple steps, the pit opened up and like we started getting pushed around and shit. And me being me, I jumped right into it, and I didn't see Jacob for like another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing you kind of standing at the edge of the mosh pit, just kind of like sitting in shock, like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, for sure.
So I popped out and then acted like I tripped.
I remember like when Slayer was coming on, I had the best spot. I was like right up against the rail, and then while like Delusions of Savior was playing, and watching the crosses like turn, I was like getting all pumped up and everything, and then I felt like a gust of wind behind my back, and that was everybody like just running in a circle. I could just see the pit open up. Like before they came up, there's like 1,000 people behind me. And then as soon as I turned around, there was nobody. There was just the pit and everybody fucking running in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, shit. I got to back out or else I'm going to get sucked in. And I did get pushed in a couple of times, and as soon as I got pushed in, I got decked. Then
you fell?
No, I got bodied.
Yeah, you got fucking bodied, dude. That was funny.
Then somebody picked me up. And before I could even like react, I got bodied again.
See, that's one of the things I like about the metal scene is like it doesn't matter how fucking brutal the pit is. If somebody falls, everybody stops and helps you up, and then keeps going.
And if you get into a fight, everybody just steps out and lets them fight.
Everybody steps back, lets you fight. 90% of the time, you're done. Like when the fight's over, you fucking shake hands, give each other a hug, and go get each other's beer.
Yeah.
And that happened a couple times at the show actually too. I remember that.
There's one thing that was really stupid that happened, and you should remember this.
Oh my god, is it the baby?
Yep.
Yeah. Some bitch
Some
had her
fucking dumb retarded bitch.
had one of those like what are they called? Those like harnesses for their baby to like
the front.
to like put them on their fucking chest and not have to hold them.
Yeah.
She was walking through with the baby on her chest.
Straight
Wasn't
into the
she
pit.
holding a pipe in one hand?
Yeah,
She was
just
holding
walks.
a pipe in one hand and a fucking lighter in the other. She was just walking through the fucking mosh pit. Everybody was like, "Stop, stop!"
Yeah.
And then everybody started cussing at her and calling her a fucking dumbass.
Dude, I swear, somebody should have took the baby and pushed her in.
I fucking would have
Everybody
if that
should-
wasn't illegal.
Yeah, that was just so fucking. That was bad. That was not. That was not parroting at all.
Like, I get it. You want to take your fucking baby to a metal concert, but like,
You gotta be responsible because at the end of the day, there's a lot of fucking shirtless people and a lot of pushing around. And a lot of weed and a lot of beer.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was walking through the field and I accidentally stepped on a beer can that was
shot
like
straight up your pants.
3/4 full, and yeah, it literally shot up my shorts. It touched my balls.
I got so much beer spilt on me.
Oh, I don't even know how we could talk about this fucking show without addressing what happened there. This was the Rockstar Mayhem Festival, so it was sponsored by Rockstar.
Oh yeah, huh?
And if you've ever been to a concert, you know that like a regular sized soda goes for almost $7. Well, since it was sponsored by Rockstar, they're sampling 3 new flavors for free. They're like little Red Bull sized cans. It was the lime freeze, pina colada, and the organic. Well, I thought the organic one was kind of shit, and I've never really been a fan of pina coladas. So I tried the lime freeze, and oh my fucking god. 5 years later, and I still drink that constantly. I never switched a Rockstar drink. I've tried every Rockstar, but I've never like completely switched over to another kind, because that was that was my first energy drink too.
Yeah, you drink how many?
So since they're free, you could pretty much just go to the tent and take one.
You could take as many as you wanted.
Yeah, they opened them for you. So I ended up having 8.
I lost count of how many I had.
So I had 8 my first time drinking Rockstar. My body wasn't used to that. I was running around the indie stage. I think I did like 3 laps and I tried to do a front flip.
That was funny as fuck.
And by the time we got home, I was twitching on the floor.
Yeah, he laid down on my front in my front room on the floor, and he was just fucking twitching. I'm not gonna lie, that made me a little bit nervous.
I remember
On the way home too.
I remember on the ride home, I was just like, I was so exhausted and tired, but
you were
still
so
pumped up.
energized. Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know how to feel, so I just started taking my phone out and I started calling people.
It was like you were drunk.
Yeah.
Almost.
I had my head on Marcus's sweaty ass arm, and I was just calling people. I think I called Sabrina and told her that I love her and I was grateful to have her as a sister. And she was like, okay. I think I called a girl that I liked and I was like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? What are you doing?
It was like 10 at night by that time. It might have been a little later.
I remember we cut through Slayer's set, and I really wish, if I was a fan, I really wish we wouldn't have done that, but since I really still wasn't familiar with their music,
Yeah.
literally the only reference I had to Slayer was Raining Blood and a little nod to them in a Blink-182 song.
Mm-hmm.
But actually seeing Slayer, and
It's a life changer.
yeah, even though I didn't know them.
Right.
But, yeah, back to the topic. I found Metallica, got super into them, tried getting into King Diamond, and then I found Pantera. I got super into them, and Metallica and Pantera were my like favorites for a while. And then one day I listened to a Slayer album, and there was just something that hit harder with Slayer.
I
It
feel
was
like
more aggressive and more like, it was faster, and I've always liked super fast punk rock. So that kind of like struck something in me, and listen, I would listen to full albums. I didn't own any albums at that time. I would listen to them on YouTube. And I was just thinking, wow, these are fucking great. Because I don't think there's one bad Slayer album, except for maybe Repentless. I even like Diabolus and Musica. That one's good. It's just, everybody likes to bitch about it because new metal was popular at that time and something about down-tuning guitars. I think they really wanted to do that, just to go for a heavier image. Yeah, there's some rapping in it, but I wouldn't even call it rapping. It's just...
fast talking.
Yeah, his flows were kind of like a little bit rappy, but I wouldn't consider it rap. I think that was staying in mind.
Yeah, I feel like... What do you think you would be if you didn't go to that concert?
Still into Blink-182. Still into Alkaline Trio. I think I would I would think I would find it eventually, but I wouldn't be in it as much.
Yeah, I remember when we were in, like, when I first met you and stuff, I was trying to, like, show you these, like, metal songs, and you were like, okay, yeah, cool, alright. And then just kind of blow it off. And then I invited you to that concert, and then we went, and then after that, I remember it all just started going up from there. You were just, hey, you know this band, you know this band, you know this band? I'm like, yeah, of course I know those bands. Like, I'm not fucking retarded. And then I think when you started, when you not found, but like started getting more into Metallica and stuff, you started like, because once you get into a band, you start doing a fuck ton of research. You start digging deep into those bands.
Yeah, that's because like I want to be able to have conversations with people about the band.
Right.
I don't want to sound like a fucking idiot who's like, oh yeah, I saw Metallica last night. And, you know, Cliff was great.
Oh God.
I don't want to be like one of those people, you know.
Oh yeah,
I saw Nirvana just last month.
Yeah, I was just gonna
bro.
say that. No, but like, I've never seen anybody like get that into like music.
That's just how I am, honestly. I like learning about like shit that I want to learn about.
That's my kind of music history.
Yeah, it's like once I like get into something, I go in like 110%. I buy all their albums. I
Almost all their albums.
I have every Metallica album.
Do you have Lulu?
I wouldn't even consider that a Metallica album.
Okay.
I would consider that more of a Lou Reed album. Just Metallica's the backing band.
Right.
I got Saint Anger though. That should say something.
Yeah, that's true.
I got every Pantera album. It's right there.
Yeah.
That box set. That saved a lot of time and money.
The box sets.
Got every Slayer album.
You got quite a few vinyls too.
Yeah, I got quite a few. I think I almost have every Blink-182 vinyl. I think all I need now is 9.
Yeah.
9 and Blink-182 and Neighborhoods.
What got me into metal, I think it was either my birthday or Christmas one year. I can't remember. But my dad ended up getting me an Iron Maiden album. And I was like, okay, well, I have it. I might as well listen to it. So I had my little CD player. And what album was it? I think it was a Satellite 15 or whatever it's called. I think I could be wrong. Fucking shoot me if it is. I don't care.
That's encouraged.
But yeah, it kind of popped it into my little CD player, and I started listening to it. And I remember the first thing I heard was this like super like low, like grungy kind of feeling, like bass. And I was like, oh, this is nice. And then I heard the fucking guitar, just, I don't know, something about it was just like, oh shit, this is gonna be good. And then I heard his voice, and I was like, okay, I like this. I don't know why, just something about that higher voice with that like deep bass, and like that. Their guitar is in standard too. They don't drop it.
Yeah.
And just something about it. It was just put me onto it, and ever since I've been like looking into more metal and like stuff like that. I remember my first, like, I think the first band that I went out of my way to like listen to was Pantera.
Wise choice.
Indeed it was. Yeah, I don't know, just something about all that And I gotta thank my dad for that one because I don't know if I would be as into metal now. I'm sure I would be into metal, but not nearly as much.
I would say that like bands like that can produce a heavy sound like that in standard tuning. That deserves mad props because
Yeah.
a lot of these bands that like go to like drop C.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that gets the job done because you're fucking literally strumming on a. You're literally strumming on probably like the second string of a bass, but if you can make something heavy out of a standard tuning, then that's honestly that's really good.
That's fucking great.
Couple examples that I can think of are fucking Orion.
Yeah.
That one's because that one I would say is mainly because of the bass too. For Whom the Bell Tolls, that one gets down.
For Whom the Bell Tolls, I feel like it relies a whole lot on the bass too. I don't feel like it does.
All right, one, because there's no bass in one.
Yeah,
and that song can get really fucking good at some points. Harvester of Sorrow was one of the other ones that really drew me in. That song, I've never heard like anything at that point sound so heavy in standard tuning, and I bet you a bunch of people are gonna like go in the comments and be like, "Oh yeah, you fucking forgot this song. You forgot." Don't forget, I was still in a little bubble. I was still like expanding my horizons at that point, and I did say at the time. At the time, that was like one of the heaviest things I've ever heard in standard tuning. Slayer's always been half step and then gradually lower.
Like even a half step, they were fucking heavy.
But Megadeth too. Megadeth standard tuning as well.
Thank you, Metallica, for kicking Dave Mustaine.
Yes.
You wouldn't have Dave in this band. I feel like if Dave wasn't in that band, it wouldn't be the same at all.
Definitely not.
Uh-uh.
It probably would have been better. I'm just kidding. No. There's nothing wrong with Kurt. I love Kurt.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have the solo to one.
We wouldn't have a lot in Metallica. I kind of... I'm not going to lie. I kind of wish Rob wasn't in Metallica because I feel like he's really held back from his real fucking like talent.
Yeah, I think we discussed this a lot too.
Yeah.
He's a funk bass player.
Yeah,
he does like metal and shit, but I like it more when he can incorporate different styles rather than just sticking to the Metallica one. Because ever since Cliff died, Metallica's never really given a shit about bass-driven songs.
Yeah, it's understandable to an extent.
Yeah, like name any song after Cliff's death that sounded something like Orion or For Whom the Bell Tolls or Pulling Teeth.
You can't.
You really can't.
That's the thing.
Even after you really couldn't even hear the bass.
Yeah, because like when he was in the band, like I feel like that's one of the things that was Metallica. That was Metallica's sound.
Also, you can't forget something. Metallica, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Metallica moved from LA to San Francisco just so they can have Cliff in the band.
I have no idea. I can't say.
See, that's what research does.
Yeah, fuck you.
But anyway, yeah, I'm like almost positively sure that they moved from city to city just so they could have Cliff in the band. That's because like he was good. So good. Like after that, I think if it was up to them, they wouldn't have bass period in their songs. Because once they got Bob Ross made it like his mission to make the bass more prominent in that song. That's why Enter Sandman opens with that open E. That way you like know, oh yeah, the bass is here. Because after Injustice for All, you don't hear that shit at all. Mm-hmm. And then I would say as soon as they drop Bob Ross. Have I been saying Bob Ross this whole time?
You've been saying Bob Ross. I'm sitting here like, Bob Ross? Is that really... What?
Oh my god, what's his name?
I don't know.
My retards... I was sounding so fucking, like...
Confident,
and then... Hold up, I gotta look up. I'm sorry.
You were saying Bob Ross, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Bob Ross, motherfucker.
fucking
Bob Ross would correct them on their happy mistakes if he was a producer.
Oh God. Fucking...
Okay, Bob Rock. Bob Rock.
There you go.
Bob fucking Rock. Okay. Alright, so Bob Rock made it his mission to make the bass more prominent until Saint Anger came, and I don't know what the fuck happened to that. The bass in Saint Anger sounds like frog farts.
What fucking... What's your favorite song with Cliff?
My favorite song with Cliff is always going to be For Whom the Bell Tolls. That's probably like... With Metallica, it's so hard to name my favorite song, but that's always a song I've come back to, so that one usually is by default my favorite Metallica song with Cliff.
Mm-hmm.
With Jason's a hard one because...
Pulling Teeth.
With Jason.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, with Cliff. You didn't name your favorite song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that because that's... If the focal point is on Cliff, I would probably say Orion because Orion, like Cliff said himself that Orion's his baby. And, I feel like that showcases, like... Even though, like, Pulling Teeth's, like, just a straight bass solo, I feel like Orion blends everything so well.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, it's the bass that matters in that song. It's just not all bass.
Right. Like Pulling Teeth is.
Yeah, but
Pulling Teeth, it was originally just him fucking around, wasn't it?
yeah, it was just a one-take bass solo.
Yeah. And then it turned out to be that, and that was like... Personally, I feel like it was like one of the more iconic bass solos in metal.
Yeah.
I think it still is. It's still one of the most iconic.
With Orion, though, like, I feel Cliff's soul in that song. I feel like he put his all into that. I feel his presence in that song, especially that giant bass solo towards the end. You just tell that he was going with that flow.
See, that's one thing that pisses me off about a lot of metal now, is you can't really feel the emotion in like a lot of their solos. They're just kind of doing it to, like a lot of Metallica's new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't really
I don't feel the emotion.
In that solo. It's like they were just kind of doing a solo because that's Metallica and they need a solo.
Honestly, like the way that I've always looked at that, and I think I talked to you about that a couple of times, because like Kurt lost his phone with all of like his ideas. Mm-hmm. I feel like he had to solely leave his mark through the solos.
Right.
And sometimes the solos didn't even like fit, and sometimes they weren't even needed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think, what song is it? I think Dream No More.
Yeah.
I think that song could have done without a solo. Maybe just like something simplified, like harmony.
Something like kind of like For Whom the Bell Tolls, like when they were just doing those little licks. And
it's just like not every song needs to have a solo for the
No.
sake of having the solo. Or even then, it doesn't need to be like a minute long.
Right. My favorite solo to this day, it always has been, and I feel like it's always going to be, is the solo for No More Tears by Ozzy Osbourne. That one is just straight fucking emotion.
What's your favorite Metallica solo?
Oh, fuck. I feel like my favorite Metallica solo is maybe Seek and Destroy. No, I don't know. That's a hard one.
This one's probably going to shock a lot of people and maybe even you. But my favorite Metallica solo has always been Unforgiven 3. Mainly because I think Unforgiven 3 is like just an underrated song in general. And like...
I'm trying to think of that solo. I can't think of it.
Don't I play it? I played shit in it. Remember I played the whole jumping thing?
Oh, yeah.
I'll play it. That way you guys can like understand too. Mainly because like with Death Magnetic, it was a good album in general. But I think like that ballad really like just I don't know, I really enjoy it. I think personally it's my favorite Unforgiven, followed by 1 and then 2, because 2 fucking kind of sucks.
Honestly. Well,
it's all right.
Yeah, it's good.
It's the weakest one out of the bunch though.
You got it?
I just like the way that like it builds up, and then it's just, I think it's after an album like Saint Anger not having solos at all, and then just having him go wild on some songs, you could really tell like how much he missed creating. And I think it's just showcased best in this.
Gotta have that wall.
I don't know. I just think that one's always been like underrated, and I've always like really enjoyed it, mainly because like once again I feel like that's a solo with a lot of emotion in it. Doesn't feel like he's just playing a solo for the sake of playing a solo.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel with the with No More Tears, because it starts out pretty soft. It actually starts out with piano, and then you hear the fucking bass kick, or like the bass drum kicking in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just slowly builds up, and it's the solo, like the guitar itself doesn't really start out fast. It's slow, and then it slowly speeds up, and then it's just something about it. You could feel every little bit of emotion that goes into that. A lot of, like, you don't get that a lot now. A lot of the stuff is just kind of like, okay, this solo would sound good here in this song. Let's make a solo,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of, it's pretty much just a filler.
Yeah, definitely. I can agree with that. But other than that, I would say my favorite like solo in general. You know, a lot of people are probably that's a close second. I've always loved the Flood solo because I feel kind of like how I was discussing with whatchamacallit, Orion. I can feel Dimebag's presence in that solo. You know, I could just feel like every bit of emotion that he put into that. You know, you could. It's not the most complicated. It's pretty fucking complicated, but it's not the most complicated that he's done.
No, not by any means.
But it's the emotion that he puts into it, and he makes his guitar sound like a horse.
Right.
But my number one solo, like believe it or not, is probably "Seasons in the Abyss" by Slayer.
Oh, okay.
I think
That's understandable.
Seasons, and mainly because you know Kerry King's an underrated guitarist. I don't care what anybody says, he really is. Mm-hmm. He's not as bad as like people make him out to be. But man, his fucking part in that solo is a great warm up to the real greatness of that solo, and that's Jeff. As soon as Jeff comes on, I was like, what the fuck? You can literally hear like the transition between Kerry to Jeff. Because Jeff's part in that song really just kicks your fucking ass. It has a little bit of everything. It has like, it has scales, it has like harmony in it, it has tapping in it. It has a little bit of everything, and just the way like he transitions through everything, it really just complements that song, you know, because like, that being Slayer's longest song, you know, it has that full 2 minute long build up, and then the fucking cat. I would say that's also one of Slayer's catchiest songs too. A lot of people like to say that that's their slowest song as well,
but
to an extent I would agree. But I mean, you got to think of like songs like "When the Stillness Comes" and "213."
Right, exactly.
But that song just like rewards your patience. I mean, not that the build-up's bad or anything. I really like that too, but that solo just like really establishes that as one of Slayer's best songs, and that's like why people would say that that is one of their best songs. It's because it has like a little bit of everything. It has the build-up. It has, you know, it has a good melody to it as well, and the solo.
What would you say the most noticeable solo is in metal? I feel like it would be Through the Fire and Flames.
I would say Enter Sandman. Everybody knows that fucking solo.
Yeah, everybody knows Through the Fire and Flames too, because like that's like obviously fucking Enter Sandman's in like a bunch of fucking Guitar Heroes or whatever it may be, but Through the Fire and Flames is like everybody knows that as like the fastest fucking song ever.
The fastest song. It's the one that has like 50,000 notes in Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah. I feel like Guitar Hero really highlighted that for him.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking song, but I feel like it's overrated.
Mm-hmm. Same with Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
I still love Enter Sandman, but
it's
if you talk to any Metallica, any person that doesn't know like Metallica that much, and you ask them what their favorite album is, they're always going to say the one with Enter Sandman in it, or the one with Nothing Else Matters, or the one with Sad But True.
Enter the Sandman.
But I mean, you hear that solo, you just know what song it's from. That closing like wah thing, like that. Wow 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 wow. Like that part, everybody gets down for that. I used to.
I still do sometimes, but it's like not nearly as much as I used to when I first started getting into metal. I feel like a lot of this is leading back to Metallica, because I feel like Metallica is one of the more...
Metallica's even though Slayer's my favorite metal band right now, and probably always will be until I find like something better, which I doubt. But you know, never say never.
Yeah, you never know.
I thought fucking Metallica was gonna be my favorite band, but I would give most of my props, like most of the journey was because of Metallica.
Yeah, I feel like Metallica is one of the starter bands, if you will, of metal.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. I would not disagree with that.
It's like everybody's like first metal band is, well, not everybody. Mine is Iron Maiden. A lot of people's first metal bands was Metallica.
There's two ways to look at it with Metallica. Metallica will either get you into like heavier, more faster shit, or it'll get you into gayer shit like fucking Five Finger Death Punch or Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people saying Avenged Sevenfold is like a watered down Metallica.
I can agree with that on Hail to the King.
Hail to the King is like what really highlights that part, but anything else, I don't really hear it.
I'm not really a big fan of Avenged Sevenfold. That doesn't mean I don't like them.
Yeah, they're good, but...
I like Paradigm off of the stage. People usually ask me why that song. I was like, oh, that's the only one I know.
Right.
I like it. Can't argue with that. But
Avenged Sevenfold's drummer is so much better.
Oh yeah, they got Brooks Wackerman, dude. Yeah. That dude's fucking good. He used to play in Bad Religion. He used to play. He was Blink-182's touring drummer, because Travis Barker didn't want to like fly out to different places, so he would step in. That dude is. How do you pronounce that word? Versatile.
Versatile.
That dude's that word as fuck.
Say that dude's what?
Versatile as fuck.
There you go.
Like, yeah, any band that he's in, I feel like he makes them better.
Mm-hmm. The whole reason Lars is in Metallica is because he had a connect, and then he's been in since.
I would say that's his band though. Like I would say he started it up.
He really did. If it weren't for him, they wouldn't be where they are now.
He was able to get him, like, I would say, everything that they've gotten so far.
Yeah, he was pretty much called him up. Hey, like, I know you guys said no the first couple fucking auditions, but, like, I know a guy that can hook us up with a record deal with this and that. And they're like, you know what? Fuck it, let's go. He knows connects. And then now he's still in the band.
Apparently, before Cliff died, they were actually planning on booting him out of the band.
Really? I didn't know that.
Kurt confirmed that. But obviously Cliff passed away and Lars stayed.
Mm-hmm.
But to his credit, he did get better.
Yeah, he got a lot better. That shows in their most recent album too.
Yeah, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. I mean, I don't know how many fucking like drum tracks like he recorded.
Right.
I don't know like how much they had to stop and then proceed, but I mean, it shows in them playing those songs live too.
He uses a double pedal.
Yeah.
You don't hear that a lot with Lars.
I mean, I would say the most like prominent that they've used that is in "And Justice for All,"
Yeah.
and it's good in that. I would say still "And Justice for All" is his best drumming.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's his most technical drumming too.
Right.
But let's see.
Yeah. Again, you don't know how many times they had to do that over.
Mm-hmm. Whatchamacallit. But yeah, with Avenged Sevenfold, they got lucky with the drummer that they have now. He's really good, and I think like he really does like show that in their sound.
The only thing I'm not really a big fan of when it comes to Avenged Sevenfold is like how nasally what's his face's voice is. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Like I don't know, it's just like that kind of pushed me away from him for a while. Like I listen to him, I fucking jam out to everybody's favorite song, "A Little Piece of Heaven."
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, his voice is just kind of kills it for me.
People would say that also, like, going back to what you were saying earlier, people say that Avenged Sevenfold's a watered down version of Metallica. I like to say that Five Finger Death Punch is a watered down version of Pantera.
Yeah.
And
like
more radio friendly.
Yeah.
I can't fucking stand that band.
Like I respect them.
I respect like what they do.
Yeah, I respect what they do, what they stand for. They're big patriotic. Fucking, they're patriotic as fuck. That
doesn't save their music.
Yeah, no, they stick up for like veterans and like homeless veterans and fucking suicide and all that, and they have a big like part in. They do a lot of charity events with that kind of stuff. I respect the fuck out of that, like more than a lot of people think. But like he said, it doesn't. Yeah, like you said, it doesn't really make their music better. Like there's one or two songs that's like, all right, yeah, I can get down to. Like fucking but they're covers.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's Mama Said Knock You Out. I think that's what it was called. Yeah. And then their fucking cover of what's that song by the Animals?
House of the Rising Sun.
House of the Rising Sun. Like those, I like those.
Oh fuck! I can't even imagine like how many times I want to like pierce my eardrums from hearing "Wrong Side of."
Oh god,
Heaven. I fucking hate that song. So
I hate that song, but like I said, I do respect what it stands for. But it's something about it just no, thank you. I don't know, man. What?
Just this snap. But yeah. What other bands are there that I really just Five Finger Death Punch?
Black Veil Bride saved my life.
I don't hate them.
I hate them.
But I can only say that because I haven't really listened to them.
Yeah.
Fuck, what are they called? God damn it, shit, fuck. Here, talk while I think.
So, where do I want to talk about? There's a lot of things that I can touch on.
Breaking Benjamin.
Oh.
I couldn't stand them for the longest time, but now it's kind of like, yeah, fuck it. They're a band.
I like them. I don't know any of their songs.
Yeah,
I don't know. They have a nice sound.
That's the part that I don't like.
What,
I don't like their
nice
sound.
You don't like their sound?
I've never like really been into like that type, like that sound.
I think the one song that I really that caught my attention in the first place was probably "Failure," as much as I hate to say it. That I don't know, just like how his voice goes. I don't really know how to explain it. That's just one of those bands that like That's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
You know what? I remember freaking out because I remember talking to you about this. I got pissed off when I found out Sick Puppies changed their singer.
Oh, yeah.
You remember me flipping my shit?
Yeah.
I was pissed.
I'm pretty sure if the topic does come up, you'll still flip your shit over it.
Yeah, I'm flipping my shit right now, Loki.
Um,
Like, that's my childhood, and they fucked up that sound so bad. They're trying to be like new age, kind of like
I feel it.
they're trying to evolve, and it's not working in their favor. Not in my opinion.
What about bands that like incorporate metal sound in their music?
Ballyhoo.
Ballyhoo, Sum 41. I would say Sum 41 is like the biggest example of that because they've been doing that since like 2004.
Yeah. When remember me showing you "Riddled with Bullets" by Ballyhoo?
Yeah, that shocked the hell out of me.
Yeah, same. Like when I first heard it, like they were all super upbeat and like kind of like reggae sounding.
Yeah, they grew the fuck up. They grew
And-
some balls.
And then out of nowhere, you hear this fucking just this pounding guitar, and it's like low, it's dirty. And then out of nowhere, you hear this like little lick, and then they start screaming and growling, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, and then they continued on. Like that went on for like 45 seconds, and then they picked it back up to the happy like reggae kind of sound, and I was like, how the fuck do they do that? Like, and they made it fit too. They made it work. I'm still super pumped on that. I don't know how they did it, but they did it.
I would say also I would say the best band to do that, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna agree with me on this. Suicidal Tendencies.
Yeah, 100%.
They at one point went from hardcore punk to just straight up thrash metal.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was Lights, Camera, whatever that album's called. that was just a good album. But I feel like they're the band that has like done that the best, and I don't know if there's a crossover thrash because that's like what you would call them. I don't think there's a crossover thrash album before that, like before them. I can't really think.
Yeah, like I liked them a lot. Like I still love Suicidal Tendencies. Don't get me wrong, but I liked them a lot more when Rob was in wasn't in the band.
Honestly, it's like I really liked their first album. It didn't have Rob in it, but that was like when they're still a 4-piece band,
Right.
and you can still hear some of that influence in there.
Mm-hmm.
Their second album, I think they got robbed by their.
Was it their
Shit,
third or their
man.
fourth?
I think it was their fourth.
I think
Lights,
it
Camera,
was.
Revolution. That was it. That was her first official album with Rob in it.
Yeah.
Because there was
He was in it a little bit before that too.
there's
Obviously not on recording.
their first album, which is self-titled. I think it was Join the Army or something. Join the War or something.
I think it was Join the War.
And then there's How Will I. Man,
I don't know, man.
their album titles are long. How will I cry today if I laugh tomorrow or something like that. And then there's Lights, Camera, Revolution, and that was Rob's first one. And I think he stayed up until Suicidal for Life. But that album's just, I don't really like that album.
That's one of the albums that I'm not too big on.
I think that's one of the albums that I think after Rob left, that band lost a lot of steam until Dave Lombardo joined.
Yeah.
Because what is it? World Gone Mad. That's it. World Gone Mad like really gave them like a boost, and that was because of Dave Lombardo's drumming on that. I would say like right now that this is the longest lineup they've had without members changing. Yeah, the guitarist did join, but that's just the guitarist. Normally, like everybody leaves that fucking band.
How many fucking members did they go through?
It's over 30.
God damn.
Yep.
That's one of the bands that I think holds the record for the most people joining and leaving.
Hey, what about the band with the most singers?
Slipknot? not Slipknot.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
Because there is Ozzy Osbourne, Ronnie James Dio. I think his name's Ian Scott.
I said Slipknot. I was thinking of like how many members there are. There's so many fucking members.
Yeah, fucking
Black
like Sabbath.
8.
Yeah, Black Sabbath changed singers like nothing.
They changed singers more than they changed my underwear. No,
That's gross.
That's nasty.
I really like how unorthodox this fucking podcast is too.
Right.
Because we're literally just talking about what we love, and that's music. We
didn't jot anything down on a piece of paper like what we were gonna go over.
Yeah, usually we structure this, but I mean, it's almost like we're not even like doing a podcast. We're literally just having like a normal conversation that we would have like walking at 11 o'clock at night. Just
yeah, this is for you guys that don't really know us. I'm sure everybody does. Music is like one of the biggest things. I don't know about you, but for me personally, that's like one of the bigger things in my life.
mm-hmm.
That's what's kept me sane throughout everything.
Yeah.
So like I can talk about this shit for hours. Like what? We're already at 56 minutes.
This is definitely going to be our longest podcast without a doubt.
Yeah. Like, jeez, I could go on for hours and hours. Like this, if I could, I can make this podcast for like fucking 6 hours and not get bored of it.
See, there's Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne was their first vocalist. Ronnie James Dio. Ian Gillan, that's it. Ian Gillan was the one on Born Again. Ron Keel, David Donato, Jeff Fenholt. When the fuck did he do that? I don't know. Glenn Hughes, Ray Gillan, Tony Martin. Yeah, I remember him. He was on the Internal Idol, Forbidden.
I wasn't too big on that one.
Which one?
On him.
Yeah, I fucking hated Ian Gillan.
Mm-hmm.
His voice just annoyed the shit out of me.
Exactly.
But I would say the only person that remained in that band was Tony Iommi. He's been in every fucking album.
Really?
Even Seventh Star. Seventh Star was supposed to be a solo project, but you know, the record label wanted some money, so they slapped Black Sabbath featuring Tony Iommi, because he was the only fucking member in that band.
Right.
Let's see, even fucking Geezer Butler wasn't on everyone. Who would you say is the best? Don't go for the most iconic. Go for the best. Who do you think's the better singer for Black Sabbath? Ronnie James Dio or Ozzy Osbourne?
Man, that's hard because...
Most iconic is definitely Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, yeah, but...
In terms of better?
For Black Sabbath, in terms of better... I feel like... I don't know. Dio and Ozzy had their fair share in, like, really fucking good songs and, like, good albums.
Yeah.
But... I'm leaning more towards Dio. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too. Yeah. I've always liked every other Metallica album that had a different every Black Sabbath album.
It's like hold on, when do we get to Metallica?
Vocalist. Ronnie James Dio was the only one that I could truly accept and fully listen to as, you know, like another Black Sabbath singer. I felt like he was Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
He was Black Sabbath. In a way, all of them are Black Sabbath, but I would feel like he was the one that can hold a torch up to Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
And I think he could even, like, in a way, he was better.
With Black Sabbath, with Ozzy in it, I feel that was just another Ozzy album. You know, like, that was just more Ozzy. Like, it sounded like exactly like anything Ozzy Osbourne would play. That's what I feel like. I don't know about you.
I would feel like that after he left.
Mm-hmm.
But before, you know, because Black Sabbath was there, before, like, the Blizzard of Oz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. Like, he tried to keep that sound. But with fucking Dio in that band, what was it, Heaven and Hell?
Mm-hmm.
The first song on there, Neon Nights. Oh, my God.
He made it his own. And
yeah, he didn't try to... I mean, to their credit, each vocalist did. But he did the best job.
just something about it. It was just different,
Mm-hmm.
and that is an amazing thing. If I could go back and see them, I'd fucking do that in a heartbeat. Never mind. I wouldn't say that.
But yeah, with Ian Gillan, the first song Trashed, I was like, man, this album's shit. And I did listen all the way through, and I didn't really like it. It's not bad, it's not Black Sabbath to me. And I do respect, people having like differing opinions. Even like to this day, people will say that Blink 182 isn't Blink 182 because Tom's not there. But I mean, but I mean, sorry, I was just filling his veins. They're popping.
They popping.
It all just boils down to personal preference. I feel like it makes me a little bit of a hypocrite. Saying like, oh yeah, well it's Blink 182. Like who fucking cares? But then again, it all just boils down to what you believe in. Personally, I feel like Blink 182 is still Blink 182. Because one, they still had another vocalist, Mark. Mark makes up just as much of that band as Tom did.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, when your voice is the focal point, because Tom would always have Mark to lean back on. Mark would always have Tom to lean back on. The drummer's still the same too. I mean, it's been the same for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, Travis wasn't their first drummer, but I mean, he still makes up Blink-182 as much as Tom and Mark did. Because I would say most of their success came with Travis. So that's why I still call it Blink-182. But when the voice of that band, like 100% of that voice
goes.
Yeah. And I don't think it's fair that I'm saying that for Ian Gillan and not Ronnie James Dio.
Mm-hmm.
But it still felt like Black Sabbath with Dio. It didn't feel that way with Gillan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's kind of like the way I see it. So yeah, I'm somewhat of a hypocrite, but still you're gonna have your own opinions on things. And that's just how I feel. I feel like Ronnie James Dio was good.
Yeah, he was.
He was really good.
He was the best in Black Sabbath, in my opinion.
He was the best singer. Most iconic is definitely Ozzy Osbourne still.
Oh yeah.
I would say
That's
some of their
fucking
best.
Ozzy, bro.
Yeah, their best songs still are with Ozzy too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any like denying that.
Yeah, with you were just talking about Blink-182. I feel like when Tom left, well, yeah, I feel like a big part of like the reason I'm still on the side where it's like, yeah, they're still Blink-182 is because Tom wasn't really putting in his all.
He wasn't putting in his all, and for Neighborhoods, a lot of the Angels and Airwaves influences, bled into Blink-182. Not to say that was a bad thing. I still love Neighborhoods, and that really didn't happen on Dog Eating Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the effort definitely wasn't there.
And then like at the live concerts and stuff, he was
shit.
Yeah, he sounded like shit. He was always high and drunk out of his mind. And that really, like, thinking about that like kind of puts me off. Wasn't there talk that Tom was going to come back?
Yeah, people are still... Now, here's the thing, though. Everybody in Tom says that. But when it actually, like, goes to Mark and Travis, they're like, what the fuck? When did that ever happen?
Right.
So I think Tom's just talking out of his ass, honestly.
I feel like Tom misses it. Misses that
I think
whole
he
thing.
misses that money.
Yeah.
I don't think he misses Blink, though.
Right.
I still stand by that because... It's like, yeah, that's... Travis Barker said in his memoir that Tom was, like, very distant about Blink-182, but would get excited when money would come in.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I feel like that's the sole reason he was still performing, like, even though he was, like, drunk and high and not taking it seriously whatsoever, he was fucking up lyrics in the middle of the songs.
Yeah.
In the middle of their most iconic songs.
You could visibly see it in Mark's face, too, that he was getting annoyed as well.
Yeah.
But,
I remember seeing one performance where, like fucking, Tom was singing, And then it kind of panned over to Mark, and Mark was like, he was literally just like shaking his head and rolling his eyes.
Yeah, I remember what that was. That was First Date.
Yeah.
First Date, Epicenter, 2010.
Yeah, that was like, that irritated me because like I could feel the frustration from Mark.
Another good way to look at this is that, yeah, it was Blink-182 with Tom, but was it really Blink-182 with Tom, or was it Blink-182 with Tom from Angels and Airwaves?
Right.
Not the singer from Blink-182, but the singer from that other band, Angels and Airwaves, which is still a good ass band. I like good. Angels and Airwaves. Their new stuff is good, man. That's mainly because Tom found has a newfound passion for music, and I think he's putting his all into these new songs. And I really like it. I think it's cool to see him committed on music again.
Space Punk.
But in terms of Blink, I'm totally fine without seeing him there. The only thing that I would like to see him back in is mainly for like a special one-off show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be dope.
But seeing him permanently in the band, it happened twice. It'll happen a third time. That's just how I feel, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally fine with Matt. I thought 9 was a great album. I felt like Matt came into his own on that album. No Heart to Speak Of. That's fully Matt right there. He wasn't trying to be, he wasn't trying to be like the singer from Blink-182. He was trying to be Matt.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's about.
That's all I can ask for.
If it weren't for that, I don't feel like, and he was trying to be the singer for Blink-182, I don't feel like it would be as good.
That's where I kind of feel like California lacked too. I don't feel like he was able to put his all into that.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like that was mainly because of John Feldman too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
John Feldman structured the fuck out of that album. But I mean, to his credit, John Feldman did do a majority of 9 too. And 9 is fucking great. You don't hear a single nah on that album.
I feel like he learned.
Whoa.
I feel like he learned from California.
Because I would say, hands down, California is his biggest album that he's ever produced. That shit got a Grammy nomination. It was number 1 on the Billboard charts. And seeing the backlash from like hardcore fans, voicing their concerns. Some people like it. I personally like most of the songs on 9 or California still. But they learned a lot from it, and I would personally say that 9 kicks the shit out of California.
I'm gonna be honest. You might, or no, I don't. You won't hate me for it. Fucking, I genuinely don't feel like California deserved that, like what they got.
I would only say that they deserve that is because that was their first album in 5 years. And
yeah,
in a way, it was back to the roots. It was just the cheesiest form of their roots.
Exactly. I feel like, me personally, I feel like if it was, like, if John Feldman didn't structure it so fucking much.
And the production, too. He polished the shit out of that.
I feel like it would have been so much better.
Yeah. Like, there's still some good-ass songs on California.
Yeah, there's, of course,
Cynical. Cynical's
one of my favorite.
San Diego's, in my opinion, I thought San Diego should have been the lead single. I mean, Bored to Death's still good, but I would say, like, it was better before hearing the full album.
Mm-hmm. Remember when everybody was like they were releasing little samples and shit, and people were kind of gluing pieces together and like trying to figure it out?
That was good.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that. None of them are right, but it's a lot of the stuff people glued together, like a bunch of different clips and layered together. It was pretty good.
Yeah. No Future. I like No Future. I just don't like some of the parts of that song, like the na-na-nas, once again.
It's too many.
Left Alone. That one was a favorite. And then you add Deluxe on there. Deluxe had some really good stuff, too. Misery was a good song. Probably my favorite song, like, of the whole California era is probably Good Old Days. I used that for my my graduation video that I made. And that song's just, it's so nostalgic for me.
I remember when it first came out and we were sitting out in your fucking kitchen listening to it, and I was just like watching your reaction.
He was filming me listening to Bored to Death, and I was just so happy.
You were just, your jaw was just dropped the entire time. Your eyes started watering a little bit.
Yeah. And then what was that other song? Wildfire. Wildfire is a really good one too. But then 9 came out, and it's so funny because like California had this like so much hype to it,
Mm-hmm.
and the end result was like eh.
Yeah.
But 9 came out, like the anticipation of 9 was like so dead in the water, and then they shocked the fuck out of me.
Right.
I did not, dude. I thought 9 was gonna suck so hard. Blame It on My Youth was awful, man. Releasing that as your lead single is like the biggest mistake that you could have done. But in the way, it's kind of the smartest thing because you release the worst songs from that album first, and then in a way you shock them. But in the way you turn people off before the album even comes up, and they don't even want to give it a chance.
Let's talk about a band that we used to know and love that went to shit.
Are you talking about Green Day?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Just one last thing on Blink-182. It's just I also think that 9 was released like probably at the worst time of my life so far, and that's probably why I have like such a emotional connection to it as well. Because No Heart to Speak Of and On Some Emo Shit really really helped me like going through a bad breakup and everything.
That sounds emo.
Yeah, it was I was like in such a bad time in my life.
As
when that
cliche as that sounds, I mean,
Hey, it's
fucking music helps, bro.
music really does. The best form of healing in my opinion. It's the best like anything. Either if you're playing it or listening to it, and 9 really helped me get through a like really dark time. So I really like owe it to that album. So that's probably like why I'm pretty biased about it, but it's also just a really good album in general.
Right.
It's like such a unique Blink album. I can't rank it. I can't put it like in a list because it just stands out so much.
It's its own.
Yeah. But yeah, Green Day. Green Day sucks now.
Yeah.
All right, move on.
Enough
Just
said.
kidding.
No, it's like
Green-
I miss old Green Day.
I miss old Green Day. I feel like Revolution Radio was a good album. It was good, but it wasn't their best.
It was alright.
I would say it was a step up from the trilogy, but even
Right.
the trilogy wasn't that bad. The only bad part about the trilogy, in my opinion, were the lyrics
Mm-hmm.
and the guitar tone. Those were the two things. If they like would have focused on the lyrics a little bit more and the guitar tone be like more raw and more distorted, I probably would have liked those albums a lot more. But Revolution Radio kind of stepped up a little bit from that, and then Father of All Motherfuckers kind of just like one of the songs stabbed me in the heart
Right.
and hurt me.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know the names of these songs that they just released.
They have some really bad ones. I was a teenager. I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Junkies on a High. Take the Money and Crawl. Sugar Youth, which is the best song on that album. Fire Ready Aim.
I don't like the direction they went in.
I'm really hoping that was just a one-time thing.
I hope so. Like when they release their next album.
I guess they're already working on it now.
I'm hoping it's nothing like this last one. Cause that, like, I heard one song. Yeah, you showed me it, and I was like, oh no.
Was that Oh Yeah?
Was it?
I think so, yeah. I don't like that album. I don't like that song.
That, oh my
It
god.
samples a
that,
Joan Jett song. It samples a really good Joan Jett song.
and turned it to shit.
Yeah. But, the song that really hurt my feelings the most on that album was probably Junkies on a High. The way it starts off with that,
Yeah.
I cannot stand that shit.
Like, I don't know, man. I feel like they're trying to move up and fit in with a lot of this newer music, and it's not working at all. Like,
Definitely is not.
No. That makes me really upset. Like, just what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
4 years ago.
4 years ago?
It's since like 2009. They've been releasing an album every 4 years.
Well, no, I'm talking about like the last time I saw him. It was on the Revolution Radio tour.
Oh yeah, 2016.
Yeah.
I remember you guys like invited me. It was you and Gabe.
Yeah.
But I told you guys I would have rather seen Blink-182 again the night before, which I regret.
Because that was a good show.
Yeah, seeing the videos, I was like, "Fuck, why did I do that?"
Like that was one of my favorite punk shows I've been to. and well, like actual like big band punk shows. Um, I remember like just a crowd in general, like that highlighted everything about it. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like it was cool because they were before the band started, before Green Day started playing. um, I remember they started playing Bohemian Rhapsody over the loudspeaker.
Yeah, they did that at my show too. The one
Yeah.
I went to in 2009.
Mm-hmm. And the entire fucking audience was just singing their hearts out. I looked over to the dude next to me. I didn't know him. I put my arm around him. He put his arm around me, and we were just fucking. We were just singing. We were looking at each other. We're like, "Yeah, man, I love you, man." Afterwards, I realized this dude was high out of his mind on LSD. He was fucking tripping balls. Like, I don't know.
So yeah, I would say that that's. I think we talked a little bit,
Yeah.
but screw it. You know, it's something that we're passionate about. It's something we're probably gonna be passionate about for the rest of our lives.
Damn, we're at 116.
Yep. And yeah, next episode. Have no idea what it's gonna be or when it's gonna be out. But,
You have ideas.
Yeah.
Open to 'em.
Once this whole pandemic thing is over, we're planning on like doing interviews and stuff like that. You know, but for the meantime, we're just trying to go through this as best as we can.
Little by little.
Yep. So yeah, thanks for listening. Have a good day. Stay safe. Wash your hands. And see you guys later.
Peace.